Hey guys, this is your boy Marcus and welcome back to Become a Legend, episode number 16, and in this episode we have a different hairstyle as you'll see in a couple of seconds, but it doesn't matter because in the first match of the episode it is against Sunderland AFC or Sunderland FC in the FA Cup, and it's away from home, so it's going to be a bit more difficult because Swansea, of course, I've not been playing well recently. I don't think you've even got a point yet on the Premier League table, so to get anywhere in a cup run would be fantastic, but it's not really part of my season. My season is to stay alive at Swansea and maybe even try for maybe get somewhere good in the table. But I did a really poor decision at the start of this game. I mean, here you see, I think it's Stephen Fletcher or Adam Johnson or maybe Craig Gardner. It's Adam Johnson who scores, but it's from it was very ridiculous because I made it so that the home I was playing in they played in red and white and I played it in a red and white, so it was a bit difficult to actually pick up my teammates when I was actually getting the ball and stuff like that. But it just made it a bit more difficult, and it didn't really matter because we played absolutely shocking. Like, as you see at the stats at halftime, yes, we've had 4 shots, 2 on target. Maybe the new haircut is doing something for me, but it didn't really help because here Michu it doesn't get fouled, but they get a good ball. I mean, that's like basically one of our big major chances in the second half. I mean, in the 86th minute here, I passed the ball across, and how can Schechter miss from there? Look at that. I mean, he could take a touch. He's got all the time in the world to take a touch and just pop it in, but no, he takes his time. He didn't even take his time. He panics and end up losing 1-0. And I was like, okay, so after losing 1-0 to Sunderland, I was like, right, we're gonna have to try and better in the next game, at least if I start again and do my best. But as you see, my new hairstyle, it's a longer hairstyle. I'm going back to what I used to have at PES's wallet at the beginning, but it's a slightly different, I don't remember which number it is, but it's a slightly different sort of hairstyle. But anyway, David Milo got man of the match with 7.5 rating. I ended up actually getting a 6.5 rating. I thought I could get better than that, and I only had 4 shots, 2 on target, 144 meters dribbled, so I did run a lot. I had 15 passes, 10 which were actually completed. So into the next game, which is ironically against Sunderland, but this time in the Premier League. And like I was saying, like Sunderland, they are not too difficult, but this time I made sure that I was playing in my white kit rather than my red and white kit. So the white kit did play in this match compared to the red and white kit, and I wanted to at least do something for Swansea. I wanted to at least get them some points. So I mean, even against West Brom, we were 2-1 up, and they substituted me, and then we lost 3-2. That happened at the end of the last episode, and I wanted to try at least my best. So in the 9th minute of the match here, I'm running down the left hand side. I get a shot where it just goes just wide of the post. I was like, right, okay, I get shots, getting some space. It's starting to work well. So I think I end up playing Key here. It's a pretty poor shot from Key. I mean, Key is a very, very poor player in this game for some ridiculous reason. I thought he's really good when I had him, but in reality he's actually pretty bad. And here I skinned about 4 players, get a shot when the keeper again makes a very good save. So at halftime it's 0-0, and I was like, alright, you can always improve on a 0-0. And I mean, look at that. If you look at the stats, they've had 0 shots, we've had 2 on target, 54% possession, 87 pass completion. So in the 56th minute here, running down the left hand side, like whenever I got the ball I just ran at the defence, and it sort of worked really. I mean, I was taking fake shots here and there. Eventually I don't think I end up passing. I think I get a shot when it goes just wide again, and I could tell that my teammates were a bit disappointed that I wasn't passing to them. But I mean, it's not about passing, it's about scoring. Campbell here is maybe the only chance Sunderland actually get through on goal, but it doesn't matter because in the 75th minute here I get the ball, I get a shot with again just wide of the post. I mean, I was getting closer, and then eventually Key has the ball here in the middle, and they start playing it around. Michu gets it, plays a great ball to me. I run inside the midfielder, get a shot when I score in the 82nd minute. My 3rd goal in 7 games for Swansea. Do the Spanish Archer celebration, 1-0, and I was like, alright, let's hold it out, lads. Just hold it out to the final whistle. But in the 90th minute here, Adam Johnson runs in on the right hand side. I zoom out a bit to see where's he gonna go, but Vorm doesn't make the save. Adam Johnson shoots just wide, and from an offside decision we actually win a game 1-0, and I was like, oh my god. I mean, we had 6 shots, 3 on target, they had 5 for 1, 5 shots in the second half. We didn't really do much in the second half, but 7.0 rating, and I was like, right, fair enough. And he just comes up and goes, you're now indispensable to our club. I was like, what? Like, all the players around you look up to you now, and like basically they'll pass to me, they'll counteralize the play around you and get to know you at the perfect time and all that sort of stuff. So basically now I'm like the main person at Swansea. So I was just like what? I was really confused when I first saw it, and I thought maybe that's to be beneficial for the rest of the match. But I mean, as you see, we're at 19th, we got 3 points, we've only got 1 win, which is absolutely shocking, but we can always improve. But as you see, into the first international friendly of this match, first and only international friendly of this match actually, it's against Costa Rica, and again, of course I'm playing for Scotland, but I wasn't really particularly bothered about the international side of it because like, I've sort of been dominating the international side. I mean, against USA I did score 5 goals. I've scored, I think, 15 goals in 9 appearances for Scotland, which is unbelievable for a 17/4/18-year-old. In the 9th minute of the match here, they run down the right hand side, cross it in, and whoever it is scores. I'm not even sure who he even is. Let's see. But Costa Rica do go 1-0 up at Hampden Park, and it is Saborio, whoever the hell he is. Saborio 8 scores, and I was like, right, try my best. But in the 18th minute here, nice little triple pass around the middle, get my head on it, and that's a really poor goalkeeping mistake. But I don't matter. It don't matter. We scored, and it's 1-all. So I was just like, not bad. I mean, of course, I'm trying my best to, of course, take my form from international stage to domestic, but not particularly bored really. It's all about keeping Swansea alive in the Premier League. But in the 37th minute here, I pass the ball. I think it's to Morrison. He can't get to it. He gets a shot away, and it gets to the line. I can't get him, bundle it in, but it doesn't really matter because at half time it's 1-0, and we've had 8 shots fired on target. They've had 2 for 2. Look at that pass completion from Scotland, 93%, which is insane. But in the 62nd minute here, sorry, I'm offside. They eventually play the ball to me, and I was just like, oh, what are you doing? And I was offside, so I can't do anything against that. And I got substitute for Conway, who's actually a midfielder, and I was just like, all right then, fair enough. And it didn't really matter because that was it. The final score was 1-0. Of course, who else is going to score for Scotland when I'm not on the pitch? So 1-0 final score there. We had 10 shots, 6 on target. Our pass completion went down a little bit in the second half. We weren't as accurate as we were in the first half. And of course, I'm man of the match with a 7.0 rating. So I had 7 shots, 4 on target. There were 10 for 6 in the final stats. So basically, I had basically the majority of the shots. So into the next game against Stoke, where I actually play for Swansea, of course, and it's a home game. It's at Liberty Stadium, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna try and at least take my form from the game against Sunderland and put it into a good performance against Stoke. So of course, it was always going to be a bit more difficult, but you never know with these sort of games. So it ended up they're playing in their blue and red kit. Of course, we're playing in our white kit. But from kick-off, I kicked it off, of course, because I'm a striker. And I was asking for the ball like straight away, like a couple minutes when they pass. I want to see if they would actually pass it to me, and they actually do, which is really weird. Because in the first minute of the match, I get the ball here. I come inside. I think it's Robert Huth and Ryan Shawcross get a shot away, and I score. And I was like what? Like derp. Because it's 1-0 up, and it's literally like a couple minutes into the match. So I was like, fair enough. So can't really beat that. So in the 25th minute here, I'm sure I eventually get the ball. I'm not really sure when, but I play and like, yeah, get the ball here, go back, pass it back to, I think it's Jonathan de Guzman. I believe it's Jonathan de Guzman. We'll see here because I'm sure I included the name. Let us see. It is Jonathan de Guzman. I had passed it back to him and he scored. So I was like, nice. So now like the heavy bass music comes into play. I hit the post there and I think it might have been Jonathan de Guzman again. No, it's not Jonathan de Guzman. It is Nathan Dyer scores the third goal for Swansea against Stoke, and 3-0 before half time. I mean, like, this is impressive. I've hit the post, I assisted one, I scored one. I mean, it's not bad. So 3-0 at half time, and I mean, we've had 6 shots, 3 on target. They've had 3 for 2, but we've actually dominated. Like, the first time in maybe like 7 games that we've actually played well. So roughly in like the 60 odd minutes, Danny Graham actually comes on for me. Of course, this is way before the update came out, so, and of course the update won't make any benefit on a game which is already in play. So of course I won't be able to, like, Danny Graham won't be at Sunderland the minute I go back to this series. So of course, well, it doesn't really matter because 3-0 final score, 7 shots, 4 on target, 52% possession and 82 pass completion percentage. But I mean, that first goal was unbelievably good. Skinned 2 players and scored, and I got a man of the match rating with a 7.0 rating. So I had 3 shots, 1 on target, which is a bit disappointing in my aspect, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I got an assist, 9 passes, 8 made, which is pretty good, 110 meters dribbled. So let's see the table now. We're 18th now. We're only 4 points behind 14th place. We're 18th at the current moment. I mean, that's not too bad considering we were 20th a couple minutes ago. But Swansea have made it clear to me that they want to hold on to you. They're offering decent money, but being inclined to hold out for something better to come along for you. Make sure you choose wisely. So Swansea are willing to give me more money, and I was just like, how much more money? But they're like, feel free to put offers on hold, blah blah blah. I had until the 18th of November to make my choice, but they were willing to give me 179 grand for the year, and I was just like, hell yeah. So I actually do end up actually accepting it. I'm just going to tell you this now because I do. I mean, 179 grand is a lot. I have an 87% match opportunity, and soon enough it seems that I will eventually become the Swansea captain. So into the final match of this episode, and this is like my 8th game for Swansea, I think, 8th or 9th game. And like I was saying, I wanted to improve my domestic form, so we'll see what happens. So of course, it was a away game, so Reading, not particularly the biggest stadium, but I have played at some big stadiums now, the likes of Stadium of Light and Liberty Stadium. But of course, Etihad has probably been the biggest stadium so far that I've actually played at. In the 8th minute of the match here, like I really luckily get like the ball, come back inside, get a shot when it goes just wide off the post. But I was like, right, come on. And then from a Reading actually attack, I get the ball played through to me by Michu, and I'm just like, when I'm through on goal, I should score every single time. I just take it to the left hand side, sorry, and just pop it in at the near post. I was just like, alright then, 1-0. He shushes the crowd, he goes, way, get it up you all, and he goes off and does hardly a very good celebration at all. I was very disappointed, and I like to see the Balotelli celebration a bit more. I actually like it. But in the 45th minute, this was a ridiculous goal. Well, look at that for a goal. What a great finish here. Nice slide tackling finish. Yeah. Yeah, so I have a slide tackling finish. I slide tackle the defender and it goes into the back of the net and it just counts as a goal. So I was like 2-0 up. 2-0 up to Swansea against Reading, and I've scored 2 goals. So I was like, fair enough. Like, I can't go wrong with that. So in the 45th minute, like the game ends. It comes to half time, of course, and we've had 5 shots, 3 on target. They've had 3 shots, 0 on target. We've actually been less possession but better pass completion, so it sort of even itself out. But in the 48th minute, basically, I get the ball here on the left hand side, get passes to the right hand side, he eventually plays it back, then I get my shot away, and I score my first hat-trick for Swansea in roughly 9 games. This is a Spanish Archer celebration, which makes more sense considering it was a hat-trick goal. But I mean, that's a really early hat-trick considering that PES as well. I didn't score a hat-trick until like my 15th or 20th game, which was a bit ridiculous. But I ended up getting a yellow card there. I was a bit getting into the game a bit too much, and I was like, right, I'm gonna have to calm down. It's only a commercial, it's only a game. But Routledge, rest in peace, the guy who used to do calm down there, it's only a commercial. But as you see, Routledge comes on for me, and I get a big hug off Big Mike, and I was like, fair enough. So Danny Graham eventually came on in the 70-odd minutes, and he actually gets through on goal. Does he score? Let's see, he scores a very nice goal. As you can see, that a very good finish from Danny Graham, and 4-0. So I was like, what the hell, like, they can actually score without me, like they're actually playing good football without me. So that's a good sign towards the future, that they won't just be so reliant on me. But basically from kick-off, they get a corner kick, and I think it's Adrian Mariappa, I'm not sure if he included it. No, it's Robson Cano who scores from the corner kick, but it doesn't really matter because 4-1 is the final score. And I was like, nice one. 4-1 is always a great score to get, especially after we've had a really poor start to the season. 50% possession, we had 9 shots, 6 on target, I had a 7.5 rating, and you'll see how, like, my individual stats, my stats had 6 shots, 4 on target. So from the 5 shots on target they had overall, 4 of them came from me, which is impressive. But now 15th in the league, and that is not bad at all. So if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more. Next episode will come out very shortly, and catch you later.